Nerderotic.com.
Welcome, travelers, to the fringes of reality, where the strange and mysterious meet, and the thin veil between fact and fiction is torn. Welcome to the Forbidden Frontier.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to a pre-show. Funny story. This is a Forbidden Frontier pre-show. So the actual show isn't for a half an hour. Claudio, who's been helping me out over at Rumble, just informed me that it's okay to dual stream for a little while. So we're going to dual stream for a little while to ease the transition over to Rumble, which will be a Rumble exclusive for the Forbidden Frontier. Why is it going to be a Rumble exclusive? Hey, Mike Barra, what's up? I'll tell you that in just a moment. Let's say hi to who's here. Curtis Hart for $4.99. Y'all should do an episode on Superstition Mountains. Okay, yes. We could do like we should do a show on mountains, on just like, the Brown Mountain Lights. It's Brown Mountain, right? There's Marfa Lights too. What's up, Mike Barra? Hail, brother. Vestige, Psychotic Mongoose, Reticent Voice, Nick XH, Winsome Hacks, Jose Taco, Mogwai Guy, I am Merkin Manders, Zenchi. Is it Zenchi or Zenki? Rick Cleary, Evildoer. You're in the right place. Oh, am I going to burp? I did. Sorry. It's a pre-show. I don't care. Baked and Salty, Beelzebuddy. I like Beelzebubba too. Everscale. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the show. So I just wanted to prep you guys for the Rumble stuff. Rumble is and I'm just going to say it. I don't care. It's Nerdrotic Live. So Rumble is another platform, another video platform. You can watch it on your desktop. You can watch it on your Roku. You can download the app. I mostly watch it on my desktop, but I'm a boomer. So, well, I'm not, I'm Gen X, but I watch most stuff on my desktop because I'm also kind of working too. But the reason we moved Forbidden Frontier over, it's a 1-year exclusive, and it's to help build the show. We're gonna iron out a lot of kinks. We're actually gonna format the show. My goal is to format it like Art did. Art Bell, one of my main inspirations. Miss that guy so much. And we're gonna have a lot more guests. It's gonna be a very guest-driven show. Topic-driven, guest-driven show. And yes, we're going to format it like Art. So when we get over to Rumble, we can open it up with like a half an hour of news, general news and paranormal news and all that stuff. And then we'll get into our guest or our topic. I will not be doing open lines. We have open lines every day with you guys. So I did not like the open line shows with Art. And I respect the hell out of him for not screening calls. He only asked people not to call in twice and don't cuss. And I respect the hell out of him for that. And it made for some weird shows, but man, I could only take so much of it. So I'm into the woo-woo. I will listen to anything. I will consider anything. That's why we'll cover every topic here. But now we could cover more topics on Rumble that we really couldn't on Nerdrotic Live. And I want this to not, I'm a YouTuber, right? But I want this show to be beyond YouTube. I wanted to get it in the podcast sphere. So it's going to take time. So I think a good year of ironing out the kinks and getting better in a place where we don't have to worry about stuff, I think is good. So that's why I'm doing it. Also, Rumble was kind enough to ask us to come on and in some way or another. And I shot back with, hey, here's what I'll do. I'll dual stream on Friday Night Tights. We'll do a bonus hour. But I definitely want, I mean, like, my main goal was to get Forbidden Frontier over there. And I offered another nooner too, which we're going to do on Mondays. Probably, I mean, it's going to bounce around. It's going to be 10 or 11, whatever my day is going to look like. And just to set up some boundaries here, just the expectations, like sometimes due to travel or me making a video, which is the highest priority on the main channel, I might have to like switch a day from Monday to Thursday. I don't expect for it to happen a lot. It doesn't really happen a lot. Haven't missed a Friday Night Tights. I do miss some real BBCs due to travel sometimes, but I generally make the shows and nooners too. And that the same, it's just that's the way it is. I don't have an army of people and I'm not going to hire an army of people. I just do the best I can. This is really the only deal I'm ever going to sign. They've been great. They don't tell me what to do. They don't tell me what to say. They're just basically licensing the content, and I'm totally down with that. I'm fine with that. And that gives us some extra funds to go travel for Forbidden Frontier, to go on some of these tours and to go see some of these places. And that stuff will be on the show, but we'll also be on Nerdrotic Live here. You're going to get interviews. You're going to get videos. We're going to start doing, that's the process over the next year. We're going to start making videos on these topics, and with the same editors who do the videos on the main channel. So that's going to be fun, and including me editing. I still edit once in a while. I try to keep myself in practice a little bit. So that's why more stuff doesn't affect YouTube in any way, shape, or form other than an ad read, a single ad read, which, I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with that. That helps a lot of things, that single ad read. Now, I'm not going to read an ad for everything. I pick and choose, and it has to be somebody who allows me to riff and joke about stuff. We had a couple of sponsors where Perry made fucking brilliant commercials, and they shot it down, and I'm just like, never again. And I'm not really big on being told what to do or signing with anybody who would have any kind of control over this channel ever. That's not going to happen. So this is like the one time it's going to happen. What happens beyond the next year, don't know, but that's what it's going to be like. And you're still going to get all the videos on Nerdrotic. You're going to get the same live streams, everything. Still going to be on Real BBC. Nothing's changing there. So hopefully you enjoy it. I sold As into slavery. I did, but I didn't get much for it. Right? I got a jar of Vegemite. I just gave it to Shad. Because that stuff is disgusting. Nerdrotic mushrooms for pets, dude. We're going to talk about mushrooms tonight with the Stargate. Mike Barra's favorite show, Ancient Aliens. He's been on it a lot. The Stargate episode was actually pretty good because they got way into they mentioned Paul Stamets, right? So they got into the Stargates that I believe in, which are not a portal that's in a rock, which is really interesting to think about. But I think it's more of it's up here. But we're going to talk about another controversial figure too, who was in the episode. I'm blanking on his name right now, but it's the guy who was like a misinformation expert. And God, Mike probably knows who he is. Very controversial because like he flipped over and he's in the UFO field now, but like people really don't like what he did before, because he did fuck with ufologists and people for the government. I fully believe you can turn over a new leaf at some point, or you were privy to all that stuff and you flip. That's fine. But I'm very skeptical with somebody who's openly, I was a misinformation. It wasn't called that. It was counter information or some shit like that. Yeah. Richard Doty. Thank you, Mike. I had his name 20 minutes ago, but yeah, Richard Doty was in that episode talking about portals, and I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, that's the motherfucker who screwed with that guy. I think it was in New Mexico, Mike. To the point where they like made the guy crazy, and what he was doing is he was recording a top secret aircraft or something like that, and they made him believe it was UFOs. It's like fucked up shit. Oh, bro, I'm past 50, Mike. It's already gotten worse. I'm 55 this year. 55 this year. He denies that. He does deny that. I'll give him credit for that. But he definitely worked for the government, and his segment's the most interesting segment in this Ancient Aliens episode. It's the most, and we're going to talk about it. It's about using a laser and magnetism to open a little portal, and they say they did it. I have questions. We're going to save it for the show, but they say they did it, like a little one, and it was open for like a couple, like 3 or 4 seconds. But and I don't mean to bash Richard Doty. He's and I would talk to him, but he's got to understand that, like, if you're coming from the government, you're going to be very open with what your position was. Like Lou Elizondo, same thing, and it deserves the same skepticism. I mean, it was your job to foster discord and dissent. That was his job in the military. So, oh my God, Robert McDonald for $100. Glad to see you are going to be able to speak a little more freely with the move. Thank you, Robert. We are too, and we're going to speak very freely. And I got some crazy notions. I admit it. Some of my stuff is just crazy. Some of the stuff I think, but I think I don't know. I attribute it to. It's interesting that so many people are talking about psychedelics nowadays and taking them seriously. I think it's good that it's talked about seriously. I think it's very good. It's talked about seriously. I just, as long as it's scientific and not recreational, because it has been my experience, not with me personally, but with people I've been with, that they are not for everybody. They are not for everybody, and they can be very dangerous. They're not, everything can be addictive, but they're not addictive in the same way that like drugs, like hard drugs, prescription drugs can be. Partially because, especially with like acid, you drop acid on one day, you can't drop the next day. It will not affect you at all. It uses up whatever in your brain it uses up, and you need to recharge for a little bit. Shrooms is a little different. Mescaline, same way. But it definitely does open your mind and make you think different. And I would say for me, it was a benefit because I never had a bad trip, like ever. I had a really freaking good time, but they were really hard to get, which is good. And I didn't do it as much, I did it. I had a year, I did it a lot, but a lot was like once a weekend for like a year straight. Like the Dead would come to town, or like Irvine Meadows is the closest they would get. And I have been to between 11 and 15 Dead shows. I've never gone inside and seen them. I never liked the band very much. A couple of their songs are fine, but I'm not a fan of the band at all. I hung out in the parking lot every show. Had a great time. But I think it's interesting that they're taking it seriously. And I do think, and we'll talk about it in the show, some of the Mandelas look a lot like the art when you go on your ayahuasca trip. I think there's a lot of similarities there. The realm of the gods, and they talk about Buddha, and really cool. There is another, we're going to hit on it a little bit today, but we're going to save it for next week. So Johanna James just released a documentary on her channel, Funny Old World. Please go over there, subscribe. I met her. She's nice. And it's called Bara Bar. B-A-R, not Mike Barra, Barra Bar, B-A-R-A-B-A-R, the archaeological site of the future. And it seems like it's done by the same guys who did the other documentary we covered. And it talks about those caves that were dug out in rocks in India. It's a whole 2-hour documentary on that are insane. They're absolutely insane. If there's any fucking argument at all for aliens coming down and, they had some kind of laser cutter that cut out these rocks for storing their, I don't know, their whatever devices they use to advance our evolution or hide their weed or whatever. This is the argument for it, because these structures are fucking bizarre and impossible, just impossible, especially with the polish on the wall. So we did cover them a little bit before, but we're going to do a whole show on this. So it's Barra Bar on Funny Old World. It's freaking insane. It's such a good doc. That's kind of what I spent my time watching. We're also going to cover Skinwalker. Not a lot to cover there, but the Ancient Aliens episode was pretty good. Just when you think they're running out of steam. Hey, Mike, how long do you think Ancient Aliens is going to go, buddy? The sixth extent. Oh, let me go back to. We will be on Rumble in 15 minutes, but Garrett is setting up a dual stream, X-Ray Girl. So we'll be here too, but it'll be a different link. The sixth extension. So, Mike, how long do you think Ancient Aliens can go for? I think another 5 years. Were you sick, X-Ray Girl? You didn't even tell me. Wait a minute. You went to a baby shower. You're sick. No, I'm just kidding. Just kind of want to start those scandalous rumors. Not until the 7th episode about the Nazi lines. The Nazi lines or Nazca lines. Our boy Jimmy from oh, dude, it was in this episode too. They were showing some of the writing on the Barra Bar site, and there's swastikas all over it. So our boy Jimmy from Bright Insight did a banger video showing like how old the swastika is, which we've all known, and how it was commandeered. And American Indians had it. Yeah, other Indians had it. Yeah. Nazca, it changed it. It was YouTube. It was YouTube. Oh man, I wish I could go see the Nazca lines. We're not going to see them on this trip. Plus, I'd have to get in like a little plane or something like that, which I'll stick with photography on that one. I will. I do want to go to that sandstone mountain that does have the T-shaped thing carved in it that looks like a Stargate. That looks pretty trippy. Dictation, Mike. Dictation. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about like formatting it like art show. Like coast to coast too. Coast to coast. Still listening. I got the Coast to Coast app. I listen when George Knapp is on. George Knapp had a nuclear fucking bad take. I mean, it's not nuclear bad. It wasn't nuclear bad upon reflection. I just think it lacked nuance because of the Supreme Court decision about presidential immunity. And I do think it is fair to question like how this will be used in the future. But this is the kind of thing I got to talk about on Rumble. So I will save this conversation for Rumble because it's nuanced. But it has something to do with problem, reaction, solution. Good old David Icke talked about that a lot. Problem, it's creating a problem to get a reaction so you could come in and create a solution that can be used, maybe not immediately, down the line to usurp more power from the people and hand it to the elite and the government. I think, I mean, is there a danger there? Yes. It all depends on the language, but like that's something we'll talk about on Rumble. But he still had a nuclear bad take because he just repeated. Everybody was repeating the same fucking thing. It's like, okay, come on, stick to UFOs, buddy. I know he's a newsman. I know he's a legit newsman, and I like him, and he's a legend. I've had bad takes too. I've had, what are you doing here? Why are you busting in on my show, girl? She's not going to answer. She's not going to answer. She's probably telling me to hurry up.
I was going to add a redirect. That's all I was going to tell you. Just a message. That's kidding. It. I didn't mean to bust in.
You
careful.
You're welcome here anytime, X-Ray Girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Curtis Hart. Yeah. Curtis Hart for $4.99. Y'all should do an episode on superstitious mountains. Hell yeah. Again. Yes. The things in India are blowing my mind. Decky 69 for $2. Well, people are actually going there now. And credit, Mike Bear is in the chat. You have to credit Ancient Aliens for this. If for anything, for getting these topics to more people. And I do believe it truly has led people to go other places to look for answers outside of it. I believe in aliens. I believe they're here. I believe there's UFO bases probably under the ocean. I also believe that some of the tech that we're seeing is our government. I believe they've been here since the dawn of time. And I believe there's multiple races out there as below, so above. I'll say that. I believe, but I also think that we were far more advanced before too, and created a lot of things. So I think it's led people to other paths to explore this, and that's great. That's nothing but good. Just like X-Files did. X-Files ripped off Art Bell, and that's fine because it got more people to it. Actually, Chris Carter was very respectful to Art Bell. And it gets the topic out there. So I'm all for it. But you got to give credit to Ancient Aliens. George Suklos, his crazy hair. Zorbu is gifted 5 Neurotic Live memberships. Now we're gonna have to I'm gonna come up with something. What you guys will be privy to as members will be early videos. For my interviews, you'll get the full uncut versions. And we've just started that. We have 5 interviews in the can. Hey Mike, I want to do one with you. So I'll have X-Ray Girl contact you and we'll figure it out. I kind of want to do one in person. I know where you live. Because I watch you sleep. Now, and I'm going to San Diego. We'll talk. But I want to do an interview with Mike. But we've got 5 interviews in the can with Ben from Uncharted X, Luke from Luke Caverns. Oh my God, I'm blanking. George Howard and Hugh Newman, and we're going to spread those out on the channel. We're going to edit them with some visual stimulation, and those will be coming out soon. So, but you guys will have early access to that stuff. Build up Rumble, push the stock value, have a bunch. Decky 69, that'd be great. I don't buy stock though. I'm not beyond selling gold though. I'm not, because that's something I would actually buy. Still here after all these years. Cult of Frisco. Oh my God, Sadukar 7th Legion for 2 British pounds. Technically, that's our first show. What did I do? I edited a theme song and I mashed up Metallica and Murray Gold. The Dalek theme with Metallica. God, I wonder if I still have that somewhere. For our Doctor Who show called The Cult of Frisco, where we just reviewed Doctor Who. But technically my very first recording for this was, I was sick. I was sober for 2 days, and I was with my oldest son, and we reviewed Matt Smith's final episode, The Time of the Doctor. I love microdosing shrooms. I get a boost of brain power and energy. Great for ADHD. Big Pharma only wants lifestyle drugs. I agree. Not for everyone. It's not for everyone, but like a lot of people in Silicon Valley, a lot of my wife's clients there do it and they swear by it. And it is supposedly good for ADHD. Damon Knox for $5. Jason H. We're starting in 5 minutes, by the way. So I'm gonna blast through these. Oh my God, Brent Wolf. Jason H. I'll get right back to you. $100. Asking questions and looking for answers should never be a bad thing. I agree, regardless of discipline and arrogance and ego should never interfere in the passage of knowledge to those seeking it. Keep asking the questions. Dude, should be on a plaque. That should be on a plaque, Brent. If I don't get to any of these in this part, we will have them for the next part of the show. Okay, guys, just so you know. Okay. The quartering is suspended from X. Is the quartering suspended or the Publica? I think I saw him saying the Publica was suspended, which it shouldn't be. Free speech is free speech. Free speech is free speech. Now, yeah, free speech is free speech. And it should be us. You know, the beauty about free speech is if people say stupid shit, then we can use our free speech to go, that's fucking retarded. You're a fucking retard. I that's just kind of it. But that's their rules, and we just kind of live within them. But I saw a little bit of that, and it looked like major bullshit. Looked like major bullshit on not from Jeremy from the quartering. It looked like, dude, they've banned some people. They banned Gavin McGinnis and other people too. So, and I'm totally against that. I'm against YouTube banning anybody too. Bring back Alex Jones, God damn it. Thunderstorm, $4.99. Oldest known swastika was found in Ukraine, 10,000 BCE on a mammoth bone. Oh, really? Ukraine has still embraced it in its newer ways. It's kind of irony. Is that ironic? Isn't it ironic? Far left and Islamists destroy Paris after election win. After they won the election? Yeah. I'm glad I went to Paris when I did. Do not plan to return. Well, I'll go back to France and the UK. I will not go to London and Paris. Nope. You had me at Stargate. I knew you'd be here. Okay, this is the last one, and then I got to jump over to the new one. So whatever ones are left, we will read them on the on the other show. Okay, cool. We're good, but they will get read tonight. Hey, favorite Gary, there was a video I tagged you in about Egyptian granite pottery, thousands of years old, that has laser measured at to 1/100th of an inch off. No way this used to be hands. Hey, it's funny that you bring that up. I have 3D printing of that pottery that I got at Cosmic Summit. This is it. This is the 3D print. It's thin, and if you put the light in, the light shines through, and it was a granitic rock. It's granite basically that they did this, but yes. This is the one I believe that's going to Adam Krigler. All right. I'm going to end this one. I'm going to jump over to the next one. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. Cool beans. And again, hypnotic dude, hypnotic. The 100. Thanks for always being an inspiration. Dude, you are killing it over there. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And thank you for the kind words, man. Appreciate you, and we'll see you guys in 1 minute. Okay, bye.